Hey guys, it's Jipped. We're going to take a look at a game in the T49. Just because patch 9.19 is coming out, I'm just going to record all these videos just so that I don't have to download another client. So it's pretty good to be a top tier light tank on Prokhorovka, although there's only one RD on each team. You can see I'm playing against pretty tomato players, although maybe my team is arguably more tomato than theirs. Because I'm a light tank, I'm going to try to take a spotting position on the hill in the bush. I find that the other spot on the 1-2 line in F1 gets pretty dodgy, and I don't think I've ever really been able to get there and hold it well, except when I was in E25, and that was just because E25 is overpowered. So here I'm climbing the hill in the T49, and I haven't played this position much, so I kind of forget which bush to go to, so I take the safer choice. Peek out for the spot. T42 comes out. T34-2 comes out of the bush. I'm not going to shoot him yet. I zoomed out at the wrong time. I was looking out for other things, so I'm going to shoot him now while I'm double bushed. He's in the other bush, and by that, doing that, I don't get spotted. So just taking a look, we see an E1. He decides to stop in the bush. And it looks like a pretty solid double bush that he shouldn't be able to see me through, but he does. I could go for the tracking shot, but it didn't seem worth it. At this point I'm just going to pull back because I am spotted. Artie might be aimed at me and there's probably other tanks on the rails. Saw a tree fall, so the E1 probably did move. So I've pulled back to the safer position here. The CDC is being pretty gutsy and doing spotting from up there. And we don't know how many tanks they have in the middle yet, so it's a bit dicey to get spotted out here. Just checking if anything else, if the E1's still there. CDC seems to spot the VKB. E1 turns up over there. Let's see if we can get shots. And we do, and solid double bush there, so we don't get spotted. So the IS-3 takes a swing at us, and he's probably actually aiming for the CDC, because I'm not spotted. Take another peek. The E1 doesn't spot me there. The T-34-2 comes out of the bush. Don't get a shot. Might be able to get one on the E1 when he comes up the same path, but he disappears. So at this point, we can see that they have 4 tanks coming up the hill, and it's really just me and the CDC. We're not really going to be able to engage them, especially the VKB and the M103, and we just be relying on the tanks in the middle to shoot them in the side. As such, I do not want to get shot, so I'm going to pull back to the safer spawning position and see if their tanks will pull up on the hill or cross over into the middle. CDC is playing very aggressively still, and we have a few heavy tanks behind me doing absolutely nothing. So I managed to get some side shots into the Conqueror. The 249's got pretty good reload now. You can see it's 5.18 seconds. It's about 210, 212 penetration. And it shoots APCR for the 240 Alpha. So it's kind of like what the German Bulldog is, except a tier higher, so it probably makes it a bit worse. The CDC is still doing a lot of spotting on the tanks there, but they seem pretty healthy. I mean, it is a VKB, and I'm going to pull up here to try and see if I can get some spotting on the M103. I'm still trying to do LT14 in this one. Trying to see if there's any shots, tracking or anything. I only maybe have a shot at the cupola, and it's hard to get my mouse on it. But yeah, he's taking significant damage because we have so many tanks in the middle. I try to shoot the IS-3 blind. He reappears, and I don't know where that shell went. And but yeah, you can see the CDC too aggressive, gets shot from the middle, gets shot from the side. Took a snapshot of the Conqueror. Wasn't a very good shot, but it was worth a try. M103 is just suiciding right now. Conqueror looks to be back, way better to shoot the Conqueror than the IS-3, except, you know, my shell goes low, hits him in the track only. And he gets ammo racked. Maybe I took out his ammo rack. You can see the Russian magnets at work on the IS-3. Now the team's going to start pinging. I want to try and spot because I think there's only the IS-3 in the middle. It's not too much of a problem. So I'm going to peek over. Looks like the T-34-2 is retreated, get a shot into his back. The VKB is still aiming down the hill, he's not really paying attention to me. Because I am spotted, I'm going to try and retreat behind the CDC corpse and see if I can figure out where some things are. By this time I'm unspotted. You can see a shell goes into the CDC, so I know there's something on the rails there. It's probably the heavy tank behind me that's spotted. So I had loaded heat for the VKB, and yeah, managed to bounce a Korean patent that's on the rails, and I'm just kind of use this Type 4 Heavy as a shield from that angle. So I know the VKB fired, he's only at 600 HP. I'm going to try to, you know, push the pace here and turn his gun for my team. And that traverse for him to actually turn around there is pretty ridiculous. So I'm lucky that my teammate did pick him up. I was expecting someone to pick him up, but it was getting a bit scary there if I had to take that second shot. T-34-2 is in stealth. He gets spotted now. I'm surprised he was able to aim and hit that shot before I could take target at him. That gun aim time is pretty horrendous, probably over 3 seconds. It's not so bad though. Like we've pretty much won this game. Still gonna push ahead. Managed to get the shot on the move while he's retreating. And then I see the T-34-3 and the T-49 there, and that's just, yeah, make a retreat and zigzag as much as I can. You can hear the T-49 takes a swing at me. Luckily he misses. The T-34-3 didn't get a shot. I'm gonna poke out and see if I can hit him. Might still be there, but at least I get the spawning damage on it. And I'll take one more blind just for fun. So yes, you can see the teammate pinging on the map. For some reason my pings don't show me who's pinging, which can be annoying if I need to block them. And who to trust and who not to trust, but it is quite annoying. But they do call the right play, that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to pull up high on the rails here while I'm not spotted, because no one's going to be pre-aimed, and I'll be able to get some spots this way. So I do spot the Arty and the T-34-3. And from here on, because there's only the one Arty, I'm going to be safe here. I'm just going to proxy spot them for as long as I can, because we have control of the middle. So the FCM can farm them, our Arty can hit them. And I wish this would go faster, because they're going to unproxy, but they're not even going to leave that dip. The GW Tiger P can't really shoot me. He's just waiting for me to crest, but I'm obviously not going to. And just one more for the T-34-3. There we go. So now I'm still proxy spotted for about 10 seconds, so I'm going to go the opposite direction of where I actually intend to go to try and throw them off from where to aim. So I'm going to go cross over back the other side and see what I can spot. The defender gets spotted. Obviously not a very good map for a defender. Pick up the Korean patent here. But the defender could have played a much better position than that 1-2 line. That 1-2 line is dangerous, especially when you don't have tanks spawning for you. So I load heated. I had loaded heat here for the defender if I got shot. Instead I have to shoot a charioteer which has no armor. And we know where the VKP is, so 2 tanks left, not much to worry about. So I want to try and get the shot on the defender, but he gets picked up before I can by the Borsig. And at this point, farm some efficiency, get in the cap circle at 5.7k win 8 that we know of. And now we'll spot out the VKP to get some spotting damage, but we can see by the outline and now the tank model that he is angled very well against us. There's not much that we're going to be able to do there. I think even the Cupola will be a pretty tough shot even with heat. And you know, he's not even going to bother to turn his turret anywhere else. He's just going to stare me down this whole time, and I know I can take one hit from him, so I'm going to try to take the kill. So instead, he shoots me in the cupola, and I shoot and don't get any damage. So there we go. That is the game. Onto the M plates now. You can see we got a Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Spotter, and I believe that's a Patrol Duty. We completed LT-14 to spot enemy vehicles with 3000 HP, and we did 2582 damage for 1281 base experience. And you can see that the rest of our team also had very good games, with the Borsig getting 1296 base XP and the FCM-50T getting 1292. Borsig doing 5.6k, which is quite impressive. You can see that we did 3,900 assistance damage in addition to the 2,500. I think that it would have cleared the completion for LT-15, but unfortunately I'm only on LT-14 at this point. Anyways, that's the gameplay. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.